So, of course, we are looking into the statement that accompanied the clip. Government has made it very clear that we are ready to go to any length to secure the release of these, our unfortunate daughters that have been in captivity. So I think that is the statement that we have issued, and we stand on that statement.
You're welcome back to Dateline Abuja. I still have here with me in the studio the President of the Civil Rights Congress of Nigeria, Comrade Shehu Sani. You're welcome back to the program.
Thank you.
Are you a member of the Boko Haram sect?
How can I be a member of Boko Haram?
You seem to have a lot of information. You seem to understand the working of the sect. So.
Well, let me tell you, whatever you have interest in studying, you can study. I am a civil rights activist, and I'm not a civil rights activist yesterday or today. We were the ones who fought for democracy in Nigeria, and I have never been a member of any religious organization. And what is clear is that there is a lot of ignorance on what is even happening in the whole country now. And it has to take you interest for you to learn. All I did differently was simply to reach out and being able to take the risk to organize a dialogue with them. And I think when I was traveling to Maiduguri, and I did not seek the permission of my wife, because nobody will give you that permission to go and sit down with the insurgents. And it is simply out of concern. And what I said I will do, instead of simply condemning and criticizing, is to explore the options of dialogue. And I thought of so many things. I thought of reaching out to Babangida, reaching out to Buhari, reaching out to Abdul Salam Abubakar. And I now resolved to reach out to former President Olusegun Obasanjo. And why Obasanjo has to do with the fact that, first of all, he is a Christian and he came from the southern part of Nigeria, and he was at that time the chairman of the ruling, chairman of board of trustees of the ruling party. I believe he will be able to reach out to Mr. President and explore the possibility of solving this problem here. This is what I did, and Obasanjo agreed, and we set a date, and the insurgent gave us conditions that the talk must be held in Maiduguri, and it must also be held in the ruins of their mosques. And they don't want journalists, they don't want security men, they don't want the government officials there. So we simply went there and sat down, and we had discussions with them together with their family members, and it lasted for 2 to 3 hours. And then President Obasanjo took their grievances, their complaints, and the documents they gave him. He promised them to hand it over to Mr. President, and then they should give him their words that they are going to end the violence. And since then, the advice, the suggestions, and the proposal they gave was not used, because the former National Security Advisor felt that the government is in a better position to crush the group. So I simply helped in facilitating the talk. And you can see I did that simply because I felt that instead of all of us, and I can tell you, when I told even some of my friends that I have gotten an approval, we are going, please. And there are rights activists who have also been talking too much on papers. When I say, let's go to Maiduguri, all of them back out of fear. And in fact, I didn't go there with the intention that I will come back to my house, because these people have even been used to killing their mothers and fathers. They have also killed people who tried to mediate in the past. So I think I have nothing to gain. I could have sit down like any other person and simply do what other people, let's pray that this problem come to an end one day. And I believe that what they should not do.
Now, security operatives have asked Nigerians with information that will lead to the whereabouts of a group to come forward. Now, it appears that you have a lot of information that you are not sharing.
Well, I'm not an informant. I am simply someone who offered to dialogue. And I believe that we have given so much advice to the government, which they refuse to take. And even the dialogue committee that was set up by the government was made redundant or couldn't fly because some members of the committee are interested in reaching a dialogue and reaching at a ceasefire, and some security members of the same committee are only interested in information that will lead to the arrest of the insurgents. And with these conflicting interests within the committee set up by the government, they ended up achieving nothing. So all that will matter to me if the government felt I should be of interest is that I should help in facilitating talks which could help matters. And I don't think government is short of information on all those things here. If you can give them a tip-off that Chibok will be attacked and nobody did anything about it, and then until they are attacked, then you see that government is not in short of information. And what you should also look at it from this point of view, there are people in the Northeast that in most cases sometimes try to volunteer with information. So what happens is you volunteer with information today and tomorrow you see a Boko Haram member in your house. And how did he know you are the one who gave the information about him? At that time, the government and the security forces will not be there to protect you. And that is why the counter-insurgency strategy has consistently failed. And I don't consider your question so sensitive. I am not a member of the group. I don't share anything with them. But I share the need for me to have peace. And I'm only concerned about peace because I have seen bombs and I have seen explosions in my own city and I've seen people killed. And what I've come to realize is that the views of people who live where there are bombs, where there are explosions, and where there are gunshots, and where bodies litter on the street, is far different from people who live very far away, who can post messages on Facebook and on Twitter while sipping juice or wine in a comfortable air-conditioned room. So I have seen the clarity. If you live in where this problem is taking place, you will see that all you want is whatever will be done for this problem to have an end. But if you live very far away, you have time for an academic analysis, an appraisal, and also giving all sorts of views which are completely illogical and are also stem out of ignorance of how the situation is.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am intelligent.
I'm incisive.
I am passionate.
I am focused.
I am diplomatic.
I'm creative.
I am people-oriented.
I am logical.
I am detailed.
I am determined.
I am inquisitive.
I am trendy.
Do you know that you can view the program on youtube.com/channelsweb/videos? You can make your comments after viewing the video and even old episodes of the program. You can also send us your comments and views to the address and Twitter handle on your screen. Thanks for watching and see you next time.